For those of you who don't already know, crude oil is a petroleum product that is extracted from the Earth's crust and is the result of organic matter degradation over long periods of time. The market itself is broken into two general categories. There is a crude oil product that is so named for the area where it was first found over in West Texas, often referred to by the acronym WTI. It is West Texas Intermediate. There is another crude product that is basically the crude oil that is extracted from most every other deposit around the world. That product is called Brent crude. Those two products, I guess, need to be clarified a bit because crude itself doesn't necessarily mean dirty, as much as there are a lot of people in the business who look at the market for crude oil as a dirty business. Crude just simply means that. It is unrefined. It's important to know because there are a number of very beneficial and usable products that can be refined out of crude before crude is then further processed into other downstream products. It is stable as the ocean is dynamic. Don't get me wrong, crude oil pricing is very stable, but it is a commodity. And the commodity markets are influenced by a number of variables that are outside of anyone's control. So as much as the market is stable, it is always in flux. The market for crude oil is first influenced by both supply and demand fundamentals. That's a simple economic theory. It is also influenced by geopolitical tension. And last but not least, a lot of people don't realize, it is heavily influenced by the strength of the US dollar because the product is traded globally in USD. The price of crude oil affects most chemical derivatives, if not directly, then at least indirectly. As mentioned, crude oil contains a number of products that can be pulled from the crude or refined out through a distillation process, and those immediate crude oil distillates are impacted by the cost of crude almost immediately. They are the ones that cycle through the markets every week to two. There are further implications for downstream products because as the raw material for most chemical derivatives, you just have a foundational cost from which the material is sourced. And last but not least, lest we forget, crude oil is the primary source for most diesel and gasoline. So those two heavily impact freight and logistics costs. So if they're not directly impacting the cost of goods, they're affecting the cost of transport of those goods, thereby impacting the landed costs wherever the product